This is P.O.C. This is Southwest Airlines that has yet to engage in a takeoff, hovering over 325 B Street, where I'm subject to the pattern of conduct at what is proven to be a fake church by virtue of engaging in the satanic and criminal activity of federal group stalking and monitoring by virtue of the entity engaging in the same thing after 4 p.m. where I stood at this same location, where I've also documented the Ontario Police crossing path that's stalking by the people of the state. Ontario Police did the same thing after 4 p.m. Doing so while they're driving an engineer light, which is covering this street right here. It's streaming outward diagonally across the sand and across that's not sunlight. And it's also not the sun, nor is it sunlight that's reflecting off of windows and creating those streams of light, because this is the sun that's here after 4 p.m. and it's currently 6:20. So let's count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 10 hours from now at 3:25. Southwest Airlines and Alaska Airlines are gang stalking while the entities engage in criminal defamation. Everybody that I documented sharing in that is going to prison, and they were right here. And this is all stalking by a neighborhood, and they're maintaining activity on the roads and the highways, losing driving privileges. 46598 Edward 4. This is the same pattern of conduct where the entity commits murders on the roads and the highways under the malicious guise of car accidents, which California Highway Patrol share in, the gang stalking law enforcement agencies share in, the gang stalking EMTs share in, which they make money, and they're engaging in what are sacrifices while the entities engaging in this pattern of conduct. And the person that you see driving off stalking in the white sedan is stalking coming from 319321. These are likely government recipients. They receive government assistance to even be in these venues. They're not staying here. They're engaging in the pattern of conduct while the entity is flying over your venue, while the entity is covering it with engineer light, while you are stalking in the path, engaging in any activity, literally staying inside of your home. This is the inevitable exposure for surveillance, and you will not be receiving any government assistance at all. The entity is engaging in the light activity. This is the entity, the surveillance is underway, and this is my documentation being here after 4 p.m., where that entity is making allegations that are speaking to targeting, not speaking to any prior incidents that happened, but this is the entity that's hostile and harasses as a fake church and the homeless. This is speaking, there's no economic status where they are differing in the pattern of conduct. And that's also what I'm letting you know about those that are demons that are engaging in this criminal system. They do not know Christ. It does not matter what they call themselves. And you do know them by their deeds. And moreover, I'm prosecuting them. This is the entity that is being universally subject to a prosecution. And while I prosecute the fake church in the neighborhood, I'm prosecuting the entire city. All right, this is POC. And under the fake sun, the entity is engaging in what is the mentally ill behavior of stalking with light. That's peculiarized light. And I've documented this pattern literally on this street over and over again. And the entities engage in this with regard to what is federal prison. Criminal defamation was committed by this entity, stating that I'm stealing from the homeless people that are stalking me. This is my shadow over here, and this is another shadow over here. Coming to the stop sign is a matter of stalking in the path, not driving or exercising any rights or privileges, by the way. They're stalking. This is how they're doing it, and they're doing it in engineer light. So you need to understand the malice of what they're doing, and while the entity engages in this behavior, this is psychopathic. They'll do the same thing with police lights, ambulance lights. A crime scene is what you're looking at, and you're looking at demons that are stalking with light. The peculiarized light in that specific environment pursuant to the POC, where the government is showing you that they are stalking, and they are always exposing the people of the state. That's the purpose of the POC. It's an unintelligent system, and they have been put against each other while they are necessarily engaging what is targeting. And the other cooperative actor cannot hide from that criminal engagement in the POC. This is currently 6:23 a.m. This is coexisting with evidence that's already on the record. Not last Thursday, but the Thursday before last, and then after being gang stalked here and defamed. In this environment, the entity flying in a small plane or in a large plane. You see that in engineer light? It's impossible light activity. It's in the shade. The entity is engaging what is keeping this fake sun while I walk back to the location that I just left, where you see the fake sun rising and setting like I documented yesterday. This is POC. It's 6:24 a.m. This is a prosecution of the city of Ontario. And I'm going to document, which I've already documented this neighborhood, but I'm going to document the license plates because these are the ones that are being committed while you stalk with light, while you stalk in planes, while you do so with the entity, while you stalk with the police. These are all bases of prison and being committed involuntarily. The entity is engaging in this as a government system, and it is psychotic. It's satanic, to be specific. It is exceptionally deranged regarding the behavioral health issue presented by a population engaging in this behavior to surveil someone before they murder them. All right, and the entity's doing it now while they are being documented. That's extraordinarily disturbing. So this is the entity that's engaging under no circumstances is it lawful, and you're also engaging in that which is not normal. So no one is looking at this as, no, you're looking at the pattern of conduct and they're going to be committed. This is POC. It is currently 6:24 a.m. I'm going to document these license plates.